Welcome to Chris and Carlette Live, a podcast about life, love, and overcoming obstacles. Each week, we discuss the good, the bad, and the indifferent of life's interruptions. Now, here's your host, Chris and Carlette.
Keep believing, don't go stressing, keep it moving. God, we're resting, here to help you, here to bless you. With God on our side, CNC Life.
And CNC Live. Oh, hold on.
Wicca.
I know. Bam. There we go. All right, y'all. This is I just need to pay somebody right here, right quick.
Gonna pay somebody?
I mean send them a link.
Bum, 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 bum.
What's up, y'all? Hope y'all like our new design of our virtual set. Trying something new out, you know. New and improved Chris and Carlette Live show.
I guess.
While our son stands outside the door naked.
You
Oh
did
my
not.
God.
You did. Don't.
So I'm trying to figure out something right quick, y'all. I'm just trying to figure out something. This is what I need. Evan, can you close the door, please? Thank you. All right, the jokester himself. So yeah. So how was your day today?
My day was it was good.
Today is Halloween.
It is. And we do not have our light on.
So if you all hear the doorbell ring,
And it's like that's the rule. If the light is not on, they're not serving candy. Well, I think what it really is, because the lights that you have in the yard and the lampposts that you put out, since those are not out, they're not thinking about the light that's at the door itself. So maybe that's throwing them off. But we've had to tell several people. One of them even did a little do knock, you know.
Yeah.
So
like we don't
it's
have
like,
a doorbell or something.
And no, they did that and the doorbell.
Oh, they did.
So,
Oh.
And you had to tell them, you know, we're not passing out candy. So
how was your weekend this weekend?
weekend was good. Did us a little quick trip.
A quick trip.
Yep. We went to the Magic City Classic.
No, we went somewhere else before then.
Oh.
Took a trip down to Dothan.
Dothan, Alabama.
Dothan, Alabama. For what reason? We don't know.
Just
No, it was
about
good
Dothan.
just to get away.
Little
just
small town
They're famous for peanuts.
for their peanuts.
Yes, they're famous. They had little peanuts all over, like these
Peanut men.
peanut men, that you would see. I guess like when we stayed at the hotel, we stayed in Marriott, and they had a map. And on this map, they had, these are the spots that you can go to get peanuts. So I guess wherever there was a large peanut little man, you can go get you some peanuts and just collect them. And that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, that place, that's old money. Old money. Got stuff locked up, you can tell. And we're going to leave that right there.
Yeah. And then we left Dothan. And where did we go, babe?
We went to Birmingham.
We went to the Birmingham for the Magic City Classic.
That was truly a wonderful HBCU. For those who don't know, HBCU means historically Black colleges and universities.
Yes.
We chose as a family with Christian to attend a HBCU. Number one, the social climate that we're in. Number two, we've heard so much about HBCUs. Both of us, you know, I got on IU today. We are IU alum. However, times have changed. Just times have changed, and we thought it'd be better. And I'm gonna tell you, when we went to go see Christian last week, he said, and I don't know if I told you this.
He said
to
he was
me,
glad he was went
He
to.
was like, I'm glad I go to this school. He said, I could not see myself anywhere else other than this school.
I know why he
Alabama
was
A&M.
glad he went to HBCU.
Why?
Do I have to really tell you that?
I mean, aside from that, but his experience, it is, some may say the Black experience, some may say education with some seasoning. They really help the students. They're there for them. The support that he's getting, I did not see when I went to my wonderful university. I did not experience.
All right, y'all.
I felt like a
Oh,
I felt like a number, more than I did a individual. I just felt like a number. This is a large campus where we went. In Bloomington, it's large. IU is a Big Ten school. I love my school, but if I had to do it over, I would have been at Spelman or Howard.
You know what? I think I would have gone to. I don't know where I would have gone to. Excuse me, y'all. But
I
this
would
is.
have went to Alabama A&M.
But look, let me show you. We got some popcorn tonight, y'all, because it's gonna be a fiery subject between me and my wife.
Really?
I don't know. We have differences of opinions, but look, this is why Christian like the HBCUs.
What?
It's one girl right here over there. There she is, and then there's one girl right here. That one right there. Wait, let me go over it. Right there, and look where his head is pointed.
That's so wrong.
That's why he likes HBCUs.
He was front and center for that halftime show. It was a good show. It was Alabama A&M versus Alabama State. They are rivals, both HBCUs. That stadium, it was full. It was so good. It was a good game. Alabama AMU, they did not win, but they started off winning, and Alabama State came back. So, it was a good game. We left at the end of the third quarter and came right back. I did not know we were that close to Birmingham.
Yeah.
It only took us an hour and a half to get back home.
Yeah,
I'm going to Birmingham.
I was
for a
probably
getaway.
doing a little excessive of the not to.
Okay, even if you were doing speed limit, I think it would have just took. Somebody just got their hair braided.
That's my baby girl.
Oh, come here. Let the people see. Oh, look at these pretty braids. Turn around to the camera.
Say hi.
Oh, look at that.
Turn
That
around,
is
model for us.
pretty.
Give us the Spellman wave, Chloe.
Yeah, come on. Hello, Spellman. Hello, Spellman.
That's my baby. Do it one more time, Chloe. Spellman wave.
Come on, braids. Come on, individual braids. How pretty.
That cracks me up.
I guess my baby got box braids. Look at that.
All right, Chloe. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chloe. You cute. Girl, you cute. Hey, girl, you cute. Oh, I see. She gave that to you. You can have it. Okay, so anyway.
But look here.
All right, to the subject.
What are they
again.
called? Majorettes?
I guess. Some I wasn't.
No, I'm talking about them right there.
Okay. It's okay. We're not giving out.
Those right there. Somebody just, hey, that's, look at Jeanette. Let's see. Let me put a comment up here.
Beautiful little girl.
That's my baby. Bam. All right, we hear the doorbell's about to ring. All right. But yeah, so man, this is acting a little weird. All right, so yeah, these are called majorettes right here. They were some healthy.
You know what? You made me drop my popcorn. We're not doing body shaming. We're not.
I'm not. I'm just saying. Wait.
If they are confident in who they are.
I know that. I'm not talking about them. I'm just saying they were healthy.
Yes, they were healthy. Yes.
But they were dropping it like it was hot.
Oh, they listen.
Doing splits.
I mean, it came down hard on those splits.
I was like, oh my God.
I'm like, they better do it.
I was like,
And
Evan,
hear
oh
me,
my God.
Hear me. They have been nationally, they've been on the national TV.
Really?
Oh, they're known.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wait, no, that was Alabama.
That was Alabama State.
Alabama State, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, Lord have mercy.
And they went first. And so when it was Alabama A&M, I say our because our son, when it was our turn, they said, okay, now it's time for a real halftime show.
Yeah.
I will say the music was better with our team, with Alabama A&M. The music was better.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Music was better. Okay.
Well, y'all, today.
Wait.
Oh, what?
Then
Go ahead.
there was yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday, the morning service, it was Fifth Sunday. And Fifth Sunday, we have 2 services. So the morning service, wonderful service. And then the evening, and we had a guest speaker she was from South Carolina. She was amazing. She was talking about the route, the reason for the route, meaning the way that the Lord has taken you in your life. There's a reason for it. And it was really good. Then, and then we had baptism, help with the candidates. We had 4, and then we had, a baby dedication, and it was a beautiful one. Listen, couple in our church, our head deacon, chief deacon of the board, and his wife, the Holmans, their son. I'm gonna tell you, when I tell you the family showed up, it was the way I grew up with baby dedications, and when the aunties, grandparents, cousins, everybody, the community, the village showed up. They showed up. I believe it was at least about 25 to 30 people up there standing with them as a family. And those close, and the godparents and everything. And I told them, I said, that's what I grew up with. I was used to that.
Right.
You know, it was beautiful.
And then that evening we had the
yes, the ordination, installation, licensure.
That's good.
The first of the ministers and those in executive roles. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was a high holy service with the processional that was facilitated by our own elder, one of our senior elders in the church.
National Adjutant,
Dr. Owens, who you all remember, we've had him on the show before when he talked about his book, Depression in the Pews. We had him on last year. Matter of fact, we had him on twice last year. And then Pastor did the homily, and it was a beautiful, very anointed consecration service of those into office and the ministers. And this was the first, even the board of the general, our head general mother and her 2 assistants, all of that. It was about, I think about 13 or 14 people consecrated on last night. It was really, really good. And it was beautiful. It really was a very proud moment. It was historic because it was the first. It was the first.
Well.
So that was our weekend.
That was our weekend, packed with lots of fun and spirituality, I guess, huh? Okay, that's right. So today we wanted to talk about why is the church divided on politics and race.
Did you know that Sunday is the most segregated day in the week? The most segregated day.
Most segregated. So
it's Sundays.
I looked up some stuff, and I wanted to start with, and I found this article: Christians should not let the 2-party system divide the church. So, hold on. Got to get this one up here. Bam. Democrats and Republicans.
Okay.
So I guess Jesus was an independent. Or would Jesus have been a Republican?
Well, I've heard. I've heard people say Jesus would have been a Democrat, 'cause he was for the people. He was for the poor.
That's true.
He was for the poor. He was for the people. He was for the people. He was for the poor. He was for the people. He was for the poor. 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 He was for the
That's true.
I mean, I recently heard a man of God say, and it was so true. He said, you're really voting for the lesser evil of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Which evil can you deal with more than the the other?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so much lies on both sides.
That's true.
So it's like, which one can you deal with? Which one can you stomach and overlook some stuff? Because it's not going to be perfect.
So, like,
we're all imperfect people.
So let me read this, and then I'm gonna give you my viewpoint.
Okay.
Let me take this last bite. Put down by them, because we're about to get this show on the road.
Okay.
The two-party system was born in the era of colonization, and powdered wigs spearheaded the Federalists and the Democratic Republic. The founding fathers warned the people of partisanship and its divisive nature. Yet here we are, hundreds of years later, still practicing the destruction and exclusive two-party system. The division, and this article was by Lacey Patrick. She's the editor-in-chief for the Chimes, CHIMES. The division this system causes is not only seen in the secular world, but within the church as well, and has caused Christians to politicize their faith. The divide. Today, 6 out of 10 people say that they do not feel represented by the Democratic or Republican Party. Since each party delivers seemingly extremist ideals, it has become almost a standard that Republicans must be conservative and Democrats must be liberal. This is why 73% of the Republicans are self-identified conservatives and only 4% identify themselves as liberal, while 49% of the Democrats consider themselves as liberal and 14% are conservative. We are pressured to choose a side, right or wrong, right or left, and remain loyal to that party despite shifting convictions. Christians become trapped in an all-in mentality, often questioning the salvation of their fellow Christians because of their differing political opinions. But don't we know that a house divided against itself cannot stand? We should not, and this is a great article. Let me see. Yeah, it's not that long, so I'm going to go ahead and read all of it. We should not let our political identities take precedence over our identity in Christ. Yet, people in the church seem to think that politics and faith go hand in hand. Some churches have even split due to differences in political views. But aren't we charged by Philippians 2:2 to be like-minded and united in spirit? As people who represent Christ, we should not be loyal or divisive and extremist parties. Instead, our loyalty solely belongs to God, who created our sense of justice, mercy, and morality. This is not to say that politics don't matter, but rather God's word should be the framework of our political ideals instead of allowing political parties to dictate what is right and wrong. Christians often use phrases like, how can you be a Christian if you do not support this? Or Jesus would never get behind that. While Jesus did not engulf himself into politics, he did engulf himself in the kingdom of God and its people, as seen in Mark 12:17. Yet Christians so often politicize our Savior, claiming he is for their party and their party only. This next, stop doubting others' salvation because of politics. In doubting your brother or sister in Christ, salvation over a political view is justifiable? No, because you are not God. You are not the part of their sanctification process. If a believer standing behind obviously political deals contradicting their faith, God can bring about discipline and change. We need to stop placing ourselves on the moral high ground because we are not called to judge each other. Despite differences, Christians must be willing to lay down their pride and listen to the other side, especially if the other side is hurting. Our duty is not our party. Let me read that again because I agree with that.
That's good.
Our duty is not our party, but to loving each other. That is so important. I want to read that one more time. Our duty is not to our party, but to loving each other. Love instead. Instead of politicizing our faith and idolizing our chosen party, we should follow our convictions as Christians and vote accordingly. In the upcoming election, Christians should earnestly seek God and what his will would be instead of putting words in God's mouth and aligning himself solely to the Republican or Democratic side. Let's start as Christians by loving our neighbor and our Lord above all else. Out of that will flow the rivers of justice, mercy, and peace.
Let me say something.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good article. At one point in time, we were at a ministry that I was very uncomfortable during the that time politically. And this was during the time of Obama's first term, him being nominated and elected. That was a time when we could not open our mouths about it. I already knew who I was voting for. I already knew. It wasn't a thing of Republican or Democrat for me. I wanted to see the first black man in office as president. Seriously. So I don't know if you know this, but I was cornered one day. I was cornered
At
one
the
day.
church?
Yep. I was cornered one day.
You don't be telling
Because
me.
you know what? Lord knows what you would have done. But I was cornered one day to ask me, who was I voting for? And I was like, first of all, it's none of your business. I said, but since you did ask, I'm voting for the black man. That's exactly how I said. I am voting. I said, I
Was this a
voting.
Caucasian person?
No.
Okay. Oh.
You already know.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I am voting because I want to see the first black man as president. I want to see it. I did. And they was like, even though he's for this, that, I said, you know what? That's between him and God. And what I do is my business between me and God. But I want to see, I am a black woman who wants to see the first black man in the White House as president. I did. I said it. And I know the news spread like wildfire, especially the role that we were in. And it was then some I was kind of cornered again when you were not around.
Now you're telling me.
Oh, yeah. By two people.
I'm glad we're having this conversation now.
A lot of years later. And
I still got that person's phone number. I can call them up.
It ain't even that necessary. And
Don't be messing with my wife.
and was further asked some other questions, some political views.
About the same person?
No.
Oh, okay.
Higher up. And I was like, did you know? It was posed to me in that way. But they didn't, one thing about it, when you become a mother, you have good eyes and good ears. You can hear stuff afar off. And they didn't know I was listening to them whisper. I felt the question coming. I felt the question coming. And because they were saying, she going to vote for Obama. She said it. Well, what does she think about this? I heard them saying it. They didn't whisper good. And sure enough, they came, hey, did you know? Oh, really? I just played dumb. Oh, really? Oh, wow, that's something. I would not engage. I would not engage. But when you finally came, because you were coming from work, all that ceased.
You should have told me back then.
All that ceased. So we are very divided. And I
think I remember one time before when you were, I think we were in California living there. I think I could be wrong, my time frame. And something that you said kind of made sense. And I think this was when Trump was running.
Mm-hmm.
But you said you're not loyal to a party. You're loyal to what they stand for, and that's how you vote.
Yeah, I'm not loyal to it. I will split a ticket in a minute. I don't go straight nothing. Nope.
But what about when it comes to declaring your party in the primaries?
That's already self-declared for me.
But you have to either choose Republican or Democrat. In the primaries, you do.
Didn't we just do the primary election?
No, this is the
Oh, that's right. No, it's
yeah,
not.
this is the
primaries.
what you call it election.
You can split a ticket.
I don't think you can in the primary. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't remember ever declaring.
Hey,
anything.
if you all know if you can split a ticket in the primaries, let me know. Let me see. Can you?
And I know I might be making myself look real bad right
split
now.
a
But I
ticket
will play tic
in
tac toe in
the
a minute.
primary?
And I know my vote counts.
Let's see. Let's see here.
Now see, that's not fair. If that's
Frequently asked questions.
Okay.
Okay. Why do I have to choose a party? This is the state of Georgia does not register voters by a party or does not permit voting in more than one party's primary. So voters wishing to participate in the primary election must choose either a Democrat or a Republican ballot.
Oh, that is horrible.
What if I don't want to vote, but don't want to choose a party? What if I want to vote, but don't want to choose a party? Voters may opt for a nonpartisan ballot. A nonpartisan ballot will only contain the nonpartisan races, which are mostly judicial and most likely opposed.
But it won't be the president.
You know what I started to do this part? We just voted by the way last week.
Early voting. We did early voting.
I started to put my name.
I can't. You was gonna write in. You was gonna do a write in. Just totally mess up your vote.
I was gonna do a write-in for one of the judges or something like that. Just to see if my name would appear in the paper.
I can't. Like, look at this. Look at this right here.
I was about to put my name in the write-in, but I was like, no, they might come after me. But no. So yeah, that's some good stuff. But yeah, so you do have to declare. And so what we have to do as Christians, and something that I failed to do, I don't know about you, but we have to, especially in the November elections, we have to it should be our due diligence to look at each individual candidate that we're voting for, just to see whether or not what they stand for. I think that to our question that's on the table, though, what's causing the divide, and I think I think Trump has messed it up for everybody, just to put it out there.
Really?
Yeah, I think with all.
How you figure that?
I think Trump messed it up because now people are either hesitant to vote, that their vote isn't going to count.
From that perspective.
Yeah, and that
Wait, hold on. Are you basing that on saying that the election was rigged?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. The election was not rigged.
No, I'm saying that the people, I'm saying that people are hesitant to vote.
That would be the people that voted for him.
Yeah, but I'm saying Trump messed that up.
For his own people.
For everybody. Yeah, because it may be.
Not on the Democratic side.
I don't know.
I would
just
say
think
maybe on the Republican side. I mean, yeah.
Trump messed it up for everybody, though. Really, if you come to think about it,
I think he made it hard for Republicans.
he made it hard for the United States in general.
I mean, we just saw what was
Well, he
uncovered.
brought-
It came to the forefront.
Yeah,
People say what they want to say, could care less how you feel, and they was. I mean, those who have been disgruntled and felt like they've been treated wrongly because of equality.
mm-hmm.
They prefer inequality,
Yeah,
and so they spoke up.
yeah. And I think Trump brought to light what's been hidden in the dark.
Oh yeah, he really did.
With the racism and
he
stuff.
pulled the
going on.
Band-Aid off.
Yeah,
Snatched it
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And now I think it's all just a setup too for the future. Like now that he's brainwashed everybody into thinking that the election was rigged, that's the more, how can I say that? That it's going to be easier for people to be brainwashed in the future when it comes to like that, when we talk about biblical stuff like the Antichrist and all this
But
stuff.
I think he separated the Republican Party.
I believe he did too.
Now that
I
he
think
did.
there's some true. I believe that he not only separated, but I think there's some true tried Republicans out there
Yeah.
that want to do right, but they can't because they feel like they're going to lose their Trump base and not get reelected.
Well, I can tell you one that could care less.
Who?
Liz Cheney.
That too. I mean, it was only like two of them. It's two Republicans on the committee, I believe. And those two could probably care less. But I'm saying for the rest of them that don't want to speak up,
Oh.
they, for the sake of being reelected,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
they're siding with Trump just so that they can be reelected.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is like a job for them. They get paid for this. They
Of
get health care.
course.
So,
It's
but
a-
do
it's a
you do
major
that?
job.
Do you do that as a Christian?
Oh.
Do you side with someone that you don't agree with as a Christian just to get a paycheck?
Mm. Well, sometimes they do what they got to do so they can get what they want later. If I do this, then I can get this law passed that I know that it really help this certain demographic, or that'll help the people in my state. It's like it's give and take. Hey, Tammy, it's give and take. You know, if LaShonda's still on there, hey, lady, but it's give and take. It's like I said, you've both are lying on both sides. It's not always the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Which lesser evil are you going to go with? And you're going to have to overlook some stuff. You're going to have to. You're going to have to overlook some stuff. You can't. Mm-hmm. It's not. We're full of a world full of imperfect people. It's not going to be right.
Yeah,
it's not going to be perfect.
You know, okay, so I'm stuck here, and being that we're part of the church and we're Christians, this is the part that I'm stuck with. I'm stuck with the fact that so the Democrats are more liberal, and obviously we know that even when it comes down to abortion and all this. Now, look, I am pro-choice, and I'm pro-choice. I believe that God gives us the ability to choose which route we want to take. Either we want to be saved or we don't want to be saved. Either we want to be right or we don't want to be right. Mm-hmm. So therefore, I'm pro-choice. I don't agree with abortion, but I do feel like I'm pro-choice because it's up to you. You could do whatever you want with your body.
But you got to be accountable for what you do with your body.
Exactly.
As we all are.
So I'm not conservative like the Republicans, and to ban abortion. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, we're killing a child, a baby.
A lot of bloodshed.
Mm-hmm. But hey, you know what? That's on y'all. If y'all want to get abortion, that's on you. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because that's a very bold statement.
I know. That's my.
So what if I told you I totally felt different about that?
That's fine. That's why we're here. That's why you're Carlette and I'm Chris, and it's called the Chris and Carlette Live Show. So what are your? You don't want to put your view.
I'm not putting my view out there.
But
it ain't pro-choice. I mean, I see why there is a pro-choice, but I still see a life. But at the same time, to have a government to tell you what you can and cannot do with your body is
the government should not be able to tell you to do what you want to with your body.
It's too much government.
Right.
It's
That's
too much
your
government.
body, and you should be able to do. So, for example, should the government step in and say you can't get tattoos because you're defiling your body?
You know that's apples and oranges, right?
But it's okay.
You dealing with a life.
Okay, so okay, let's go down this route, this path.
Okay.
What about when it comes to the death penalty? Should the government get involved with that? That's killing a life.
It is.
So why
killing
have a death
life.
penalty?
What if you took a life for a life?
That's up to you. Got to serve time. Why should
it's not cut and dry.
Why should?
But then there's Old Testament versus New Testament. Old Testament said kill him.
Jesus said eye for eye. Tooth
Yeah,
for
that's
tooth.
what I'm talking about. That part. New Testament, there was the blood that was shed for us, and there was grace.
It was grace.
There was grace after Jesus.
Right. So why should the government step in? Government should be more in tune with policies and things of that nature to make our life better.
Mm-hmm.
The government should not have any responsibility
Over
on
your life.
Over your life, whoever's life.
But did you know that dealing with groceries have to deal with your life?
No. I'm talking about when it comes to, and those are the things that the government should be responsible for.
Okay.
They should be responsible for
anything that has to do with money.
Yes.
That's all you're basically saying.
Right. Exactly.
They should only deal with stuff that has to do with money.
Right.
What about crime?
Crime, they should deal with that.
Okay, you're back to the death penalty.
No, not necessarily.
Yes, necessarily.
Why do we have to have the death penalty for someone to...
I think the guy that walked up in that church who killed up those people in Charleston should not be alive. They ministered to him. They prayed for him during their Bible study.
Wow.
And he sat up there.
What if he just lived his
them.
life in jail?
Why couldn't they just live their life?
But I'm saying,
why do you have to take their life?
I'm saying if you had the death penalty versus someone living their entire life.
I'm not done yet.
Go ahead.
He was treated like he was treated civilly.
Mm-hmm.
They put a vest on him, so he wouldn't get shot by somebody.
Yeah, because they
took
wanted
him
to go
to
trial.
Burger King.
Oh, I didn't know they took him.
They took him to Burger King because he said he was hungry.
Again, if the government and the local government,
just killed 9 church people. If my count is right, it could be 12. Who sat up was in Bible study, but yet he's living.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
And he just got convicted, I guess. I can't remember. But then you got then you got black men sitting up in jail for 30 and 40 years for an ounce of weed.
Again, our whole judicial system is screwed up because the government is not doing the things that they need to do. We're bickering, we're arguing about who stole the election. We're arguing about folks coming over to the border. We've arguing about Santos or whatever his name is taking immigrants up to Martha's Vineyard. We focusing on the wrong things,
which I thought was really funny.
Yeah, we're focusing our country is focusing on the wrong things.
While gas is $2.80,
and that's all a scam too. I went down the street. So up on Highway 5, gas is $2.98, I think, something like that. I go down here to the corner. Their gas is $3.49.
Oh yeah. They out.
And I'm not gonna say who owns that gas station.
Right.
And it's just how
you might be called insensitive.
right. And and their price gouging.
But the same right there is $2.87.
Well, it's two gas stations.
I want you to gather what I'm saying. The same.
Oh, okay. Well,
$2.87.
I can see the difference in that person and that person. I mean,
Okay.
just by going to the gas station, why they probably. But again, I think that our country is focusing in on the wrong thing. We as Christians need to, we got to pray.
It's beyond time for that.
Yeah,
It's beyond time.
I think that we as Christians have to. I mean, because when you look at things, even if you go, so I've always wanted to try this experiment.
Okay.
I always wanted to go into a rural church, a Caucasian rural church,
Okay.
and attend there, just walk in. If we're all supposed to be full.
You can do that right down the street.
No, I'm talking about a rural.
We country out here.
Yeah, but that one, the big church,
Right down the street.
I don't know. Well, you had to show me.
Your favorite.
Yeah, I'll walk in that one. I'll walk into.
I'm just saying you can do your experiment.
If we're all supposed to be living for Christ, if I walk into a church, no matter what the color, and if they look at me crazy, then we got an issue because they're not serving the same God as I am serving.
But it is private property, so they can't ask you to leave. They can't.
But you're missing the point.
I know what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that if I walk into a church and they look at me crazy, like, who is this black guy coming in this church? And they look at, now the only person that might not have that issue is Evan. Evan is the savior.
Don't say that. Yeah, don't say that.
Evan is our savior,
Don't
y'all.
say that.
No, but if I walk into a
Leave my baby alone.
yeah, he gonna be fine though when he grow up though. I know.
Hey, them eyes right there.
He got
You
them
better
good
teach.
genes.
You better teach him to be a good gentleman. Don't let his looks.
Yeah, and plus he want to play football too. But anyway, if I walk into a church and and they look at me funny, we got an issue because we are not serving the same Christ.
Oh God.
Why would you look at and what if I wanted to walk? What if I walked up during an altar call, or even if they have one, and say I want to be saved? I
mean, you never know until you go.
What's Kamal? What's his name?
W. Kamal Bell.
W. Kamal Bell. Let's tag it. Put it in. W. Kamal Bell. Look, reach out to me so we can go film me going into a Caucasian.
I wonder if this episode is going to be blocked by Facebook.
I don't know, but reach out to me because I want to be filmed walking into. It could be Asian. I'm not.
Well, if they speak in their dialect that is in a foreign language that is unbeknownst to you, you're gonna be really sitting there. Because if they had an altar call, you wouldn't even know this is what they were doing.
I have the spirit that lives in me that will discern what part of the surface.
Okay.
I can just say, "Save! I want to be saved. I want to be saved."
Okay. Hey, try it. But I'm going to my church while you trying stuff out.
There's a W. Kamal Bill. Reach out to me, brother. I want to come out.
Bill.
I want to go into a church.
I'm sure
Throughout the country.
Hold on. He's done it.
Oh, he has?
He's done
I
it.
think he has.
Yes, he's done it.
I might have
Listen, he did an episode where he went to a burning of the cross with the Klan.
That was specifically for the KKK though.
No, but he's put himself as a journalist in very peculiar situations to do the very thing that you're talking about, to prove a point, to see how we're supposed to be the United States of America, but we are not united.
Yeah, we're not. We're not.
So,
Tammy, if you're still watching, what you got to say about that?
LaShonda. Is Keisha on?
LaShonda, anybody coming? Because that's still...
No, but no, she said, hey, fam, but no real comments. But
Okay.
I mean, it's a sticky situation. It's the thing. You know, people look at also, Sunday is my day to worship. And I want to worship in a place that I want to be comfortable. I don't have to deal with no stuff. I don't have to look over my shoulder. I don't have to worry about. So it's more comfortable to be amongst my own.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, unless you go to a multicultural church, you know. So because heaven ain't going to be one race. I'll take it back. It will be the human race. It won't be one color.
What about to those that say Jesus was black? Or the Benjamins? I think it was the Benjamites. No, the Benjamites. One of the 12 tribes of Israel. I can't think of it. Let me.
What do you
tribes.
mean? That said Jesus was black.
Well, they said that one of the tribes was black.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, you talking about?
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
That would be the.
I think it's the
descendants of Ham, and who's under Ham?
Yeah. I think Ham.
Yeah. Now who's under Ham?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you got the first 3, and out of the 3 is 12.
Mm-hmm.
Ham, Shem, and Japheth.
Yeah.
If I'm saying it right.
Judah, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Zebulon. Actually, we saw Zebulon, the guy who
he was on Sunday's Best.
Mm-hmm.
He was a finalist.
Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Ephraim, Benjamin, Manasseh. 13 tribes. So yeah,
that would be 12.
I mean, yeah, 12. Wait. Okay, no, I was reading the thing, but so yeah, I believe that we as a people, we can't, as Christians, we can't, like, so let me go back. This is, I forgot to say something too. I believe that I would like to vote for some Republicans.
I have.
Just because of what they stand for.
Yeah.
However, when you throw in the race card, it totally just gets me off track.
I voted for George Bush, the son. When his dad was in office, I wasn't of age yet. But I voted for George Bush both times, the son.
Why do you think that politics is such a black and white thing when it comes to Democrats and Republicans?
I believe society has made it that way. I always go back in history. I mean, the original Republicans were black.
And a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
A lot of...
They were. They were. And it was too powerful. And it was taken. It was taken from us. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you think that they were more conservative back then?
Yeah. Into enterprise and higher living. Yeah.
Because the Republicans like to make money. So you know, black folks love to make money.
When there's a Democrat in office, you have higher taxes. Say I'm not right, because we're paying for a lot of programs.
And this show is not against black and white.
No, it's not.
You're just trying to.
It's just putting
like
the
my
facts
brother,
out there.
Like my brother-in-law said, William Kennedy. I just throw his name. He said he's a truth sayer. Speak of the truth. That's what we want to do.
I mean, it's the stuff we have to make a decision off of all this stuff. You know, one is about programs and for the people and people's rights, and and which is wonderful. But somebody got to pay for it, and guess who is going to be? The people.
You know what?
By way of taxes.
There's a guy on XM radio named Joe Madison.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's a staunch, I believe. Well, I don't want to say that, but I know he favors the Democratic Party, and
I just yawned real big.
I get a little bit upset with him because everything is, and the views and of what I have to say may not be true, or they may be true based on.
It's just your opinion.
My opinion.
You're entitled to.
I think that he's so staunch Democrat that he doesn't give way to
change.
Yeah, he doesn't give way to accepting another person's ideology, whether it's good or bad, on the Republican side.
Yeah, because he will shut you down.
Yeah.
Oh man, but he's been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He's seen a lot.
Yeah.
So you can't take that from him.
Mm-hmm.
His ideals is based on experience.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because he'll tell you, man, you can't tell me because he give you date and time. Mm-hmm. This happened then. I experienced this. I saw this. Mm-hmm. You cannot tell me. It's hard to convince and convert somebody with an experience of otherwise, who has experienced what laws can and cannot do for people. Mm-hmm. He's seen the injustices, the inequalities. He's seen it. So when people say, "Oh, that's just this, that, and the other inequality," it's probably some truth to it, especially when they have the experience. Now, I am listening to, I heard a quote or something that Dr. Jamal Bryant said in his recent message about, I mean, it's just stuff that is so much underhandedness that is happening. And it's against minorities. And it's just like, it's so blatant. It's done in secret. You won't know it until somebody becomes a whistleblower. How certain people move quietly, and then before you know it, I mean, it's laws passed every day, guys. It's almost like you need to. It's certain channels that have the sessions going, and it's so much that you don't know. It's like you don't have it unless you know it.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Listen to this. We're just trying to educate our viewers. So the good, the bad, and the different. Founded in 1854, the Republican Party promoted African American equality for its first 2 decades. Abraham Lincoln and the radical Republicans in Congress fought to end slavery and to give back and to give.
What's that noise?
I don't know. People outside. It's Halloween. Fought to end slavery and to give black men full citizenship. For that much, Bush and company can claim a worthy lineage. But as early as, and I didn't put this in context, but as early as 1876, not 1960, as the Philadelphia Conventioneer suggested, GOP leaders began to abandon black Americans. In that year's presidential election, Ohio Republican Rutherford B. Hayes agreed to withdraw federal troops from the South in exchange for Southern Democratic support. Democratic seized power in the South and ushered in legalized segregation. Interesting. So there you go. Blacks were Democrats. We're Republicans. Mm-hmm. Just like anything else.
I had to take a U.S. history class 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I read it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man. I was like, wow. And how it was taken. Then I had to answer an essay question on it. Mm-hmm. I got an A out that class. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I really did.
So, I'm just saying, y'all.
This is we're not trying to tell people to be one way or the other. That's not the purpose of it. It's just having the conversation. This is a life interruption. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We are interrupted every day with political stuff, jargon that comes, and you have to make a decision when you go to those polls. You have to make a decision.
Even to the Georgia election.
Oh,
let's look at Abrams versus Kemp.
Yeah.
And don't just vote for Abrams because she's black. Vote for her because of her ideology. Don't just vote for Kemp because he's white. Vote for him because of his ideology.
Well, let's take it back to don't vote for him because he's a Republican.
Well,
and don't
that's
vote
what I'm
for her
saying.
because she's a Democrat.
That's what I'm saying.
You said black and white.
Well, exactly. Don't vote for them because they both represent the part. A black Democrat versus a white Republican.
Yeah.
Don't vote for them because one is black, one is white. Don't vote for one because of their Well, that's what I'm trying to say, Carlette.
Yeah.
I'm saying, look at Abrams' ideology, what she stands for, what she represents. Look at Kemp's. Now, I do believe, and I could be totally wrong. I believe that Kemp is fair. I don't know why. I don't know something. Why? You know something different? What did Kemp do?
Just read.
Okay, maybe.
Just read.
All right, maybe I
read for the last election. I'm telling you, it's a lot of stuff done in secret. Read the last election. Read how she lost.
Oh.
Read how.
Oh yeah,
lost.
Because
his hands was in two pots.
Yeah, but but what did he do after? What?
Does it matter? Does it matter?
Well, if he won unfairly,
does it matter? Now, if we were to call something rigged, that was a rigged election.
Yeah, because he went to the election board. He went to the.
He did a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So you a good one to say he's fair.
Well,
is he fair after he's elected?
That's what I'm saying. After he was post-election, I don't know.
But
I mean I'm just saying. One thing I must say, he stood up to Trump though. If I'm not mistaken.
Did he?
He didn't bend to Trump.
Or was that the Secretary of State?
I think that was both of them.
It was definitely the Secretary.
But he put the Secretary of State in office. So I don't know.
But at the end of the day, the Secretary of State got to still stand on his own 2 feet.
That's true.
And he did.
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. But y'all do the research. Don't leave it on us. Y'all do the research.
I mean, the point of all this is so much comes at us. You got to be prayerful. And the sad part is you got to vote for the lesser evil. That's what it comes down to.
That's what it comes down to.
This is my 3rd time saying it. You're voting for the lesser evil.
Yes.
But some people, they don't care what it is. If it's blue, they voting blue. If it's red, they voting red. That's how it is. That's how, for some, not for a lot, and that's what it is. And yeah.
I don't know. But it behooves me. Just need this cricket. Yeah, so y'all, this is, I think it's 2 weeks left before.
Go vote.
Yeah, go vote.
Go vote.
Go exercise your right.
We voted before we hit the highway.
Our ancestors paved the way.
Listen, people died for you
black
to vote.
folks to vote.
They died.
So
some white people died too for black people to vote.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it was some people in Selma. There was white.
Some are everywhere.
Black, everything.
Yeah.
But yeah,
inequality is real. Mm-hmm. Racism is real. Immorality is real.
Yeah.
It's so much in the forefront. I remember as a child, we used to watch the DNC and RNC conventions and stuff and hear what they talk about. I remember some stuff that I'm hearing now we didn't hear as children. We had heard more about oil and gas and food and but all this other stuff, it's like, it's like sometimes for me, sometimes I only vote because I know somebody died for me to vote. Mm-hmm. Now, that's bad.
Yeah.
when it comes down to, okay, I'm only voting because somebody died for me to vote.
Mhm.
I really don't want to do this,
Yeah.
But and then you got to go back and be like, okay, what do they want? What they saying? Okay, what they saying?
Yeah.
And what they're saying. And it's like, okay,
But
so
there you go, y'all. Hope some of my fam is watching. Some of my fam. So we will let y'all know next week. We got a busy November.
very busy
Sep-
November. Some stuff
December.
might be on location.
Yeah, some stuff might be on. We love to take our show on the road.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Yeah.
I just thought about it.
What's that?
That's to be traveling with all of this.
Well, hey.
Y'all might watch a rebroadcast or something, because I can't say okay.
Well, we gonna make it do what it do. We take our green screen.
No, we'll have to do that.
Yeah, we might
I
have
just
to.
yawned again.
Ooh.
I'm sheepy.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right, thank you.
We're gonna catch y'all
We
later
out.
on.
Love y'all.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and share
Go
this
pray.
with your friends.
Listen. Go
family.
pray before you hit that pole.
We love y'all.
Take the Lord along with you to the polls.
Remember the views and what is that? The views and
The views and perspectives is ours.
no.
Only ours.
May not be of this show, but no.
We are the show.
Oh, it is true. We are. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all be blessed. Carlette, you want to close us out?
If I stop yawning, Jesus loves you. He really does. Good night, Jeanette. And, we love y'all. Keep praying.
Oh, yeah. Keep praying.
Listen. Put the country on the prayer list. Our government, your state, local officials, county officials, in every form, every level of government. Bring it to the Lord, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
They trying, though. I give it to them. But some of them is just straight up evil. Okay? All right. Wicked and evil.
Mm-hmm.
And making laws that's affecting us.
Maybe next week we should talk about being led by the Spirit of God.
And we're going to invite a guest.
Yeah. During this season.
Oh.
What?
I got an idea. Because we might need to do the political talk some more.
Okay.
Because, that's the season we're in.
Yeah.
And we're going to be right back in this place in 2 more years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If we're going to give Joe 4 more, or we going to... If we're going to
now, I'm like
Joe...
Trump on that smoke. What is it, Sleepy Joe?
But listen,
Joe,
he
President Biden.
Out of debt. Listen.
That's another thing. Hold on.
He ain't too sleep.
Folks is mad because Joe is giving folks money to get out of debt, but then when they get these big corporations tons of PPP loans, and for giving PPP loans, then it's a whole issue with that.
It's a whole issue.
They say, oh, well, yeah, we can bail out the companies, but then when it comes to the little folks,
the citizens,
then they get all mad. Double standards.
Again, this is all the stuff that's before us, and we got to take all this in our head into the polls.
Mm-hmm. But Joe Biden, President Biden,
are we going to give him 4 more? Him and Kamala 4 more years?
No,
Kamala. I'm sorry, Kamala. Give them 4 more years.
I can't
or are we
say.
going to give somebody else a chance?
Yeah, I think it's time for a new sheriff in town, whether Republican or Democrat.
But you know what?
I think
whether they get 4 more or not, they made history.
Mm-hmm. I think that
these trick or treaters still coming up.
Mm-hmm.
God bless them. Look at them. I turn the camera on. I can see them. It's 3 of them.
They about to ring the doorbell. Okay.
See, it's your lamppost that got these folks.
Let's see here.
They can care less that the light at the door is not on. The porch light is not on.
Let me do something right quick.
Don't be nice. Y'all see this? Look at this.
Hello? Hello?
Oh,
No candy here. No candy here.
y'all see this?
I love you. May the love of Jesus Christ spread abroad.
I can't. Oh. Why he changed his accent? Why did he change his accent?
You know,
Why?
when when I get phone calls from salespeople trying to call me, and you could tell,
Do you have solar panels on your house?
no, they say, I get these pills. I have these pills, and I want to sell them to you. And so I come back. Well, are you using the pills too?
Oh,
Are you using the pills too? How are they working for you?
Chris, you need a nap. It's time to go to bed. It's time
I'm
to go
just
to bed.
saying.
Get you an apple. I bought some green apples.
I heard that I was like Harry. Very funny.
Okay,
I'm just
listen.
gonna leave that at that.
We take care of y'all. We take care of y'all. I'm sleepy. Take care of yourselves.
Do you need sleeping pills?
Love on
Do
one
you want to go
another.
to sleep?
Pray together.
Do you want to go to sleep? I got pill.
I want you to press off.
I get $5.99.
Press off.
$5.99.
Press off. Good night.
I got pills. I got
Good
pills for
night.
you. If you want
night.
pill, Viagra,
Take the Lord with you to the
Cialis,
polls. Good night.
Viagra, Cialis, you inbox me. Inbox me.
No.
Viagra,
No,
Cialis.
no.
Make you real good. Make you real good.
Go to bed. Good night.
You will have longevity.
Chris.
What? Pills. You want pills? I get pills. Hold on.
You got some Tic Tacs. Turn that off.
You want pills? I got pills. I got Cialis, Viagra. I got pills. I got the pills. You inbox me, I got pills for you.
Chris.
All the men, if you want to be strong,
Chris. Take.
pills. I get pills. I need this for my wife. Pills. You don't want to misperform.
Chris.
Oh, okay. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us this week on Chris and Carlette Live. Make sure to visit our website, chrisandcarlette.com. If you're on Facebook, share this broadcast. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to our show. You may also find us on Apple Podcast, where you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Let us stay in contact with you by texting CNC Live to 474747. That's CNC Live to 474747.
CNC Live.